This week, I've always loved rhinos. Ever since I was a little boy, my African wildlife adventure is coming to an almighty end.
I've got goosebumps. I've literally got goosebumps right now.
This is Najin.
Oh my gosh.
As I visit Kenya's Ol Pejeta Conservancy, where a history of poaching has decimated the northern white rhino population.
We are only left with only two girls, Najin and Fatu, his mom and daughter.
And I have an experience that will change me forever. The thought that I'm now going to see the last two northern white rhino is just such an honor. Here on Rescue Vet, Animals of Africa. I'm kicking off my final days on safari in Kenya's Ol Pejeta Conservancy, a 360 square kilometre non-for-profit conservation area situated on the equator, 130 miles north of Nairobi, and is famous for having the largest population of black rhinos in East Africa.
There's three species of African rhino. There are the southern white rhino, the black rhino, which is about half the size of these guys, and the northern white rhino. And unfortunately, as a result of poaching, the northern white rhino is dwindled down to just two individuals, and their names are Fatu and Najin. This magnificent creature behind me is the southern white rhino. You can tell they're white rhino because they're grazing, so they've got a wide mouth, not white, but actually wide. There was a little translation error which led to them being called white rhino. Actually, the black, another species of rhino that are browsers, actually about the same color as these guys. And they are quite plentiful here on the Ol Pejeta Conservancy. This area used to actually be a cattle ranch, and then they took down the fences over 10 years ago. And the place has since been flooded by an abundance of wildlife. And not only that, they're doing a great job in protecting these animals with the use of dogs and also high-tech.
Wildlife protection is paramount here in Ol Pejeta, and responsible tourist safaris like the one I'm on directly contribute to conservation of these three species of rhino. Protecting the animals here is a big job, so I'm off to meet someone very special who's benefited from the incredible work being done here at the Conservancy. Vision impairment is something that affects not only humans but animals as well, and I've treated many blind animals during my veterinary career, but not one quite as big as this. We are just about to meet Baraka, the black rhino, who unfortunately is completely blind. Let's go meet him. Black rhinos are classified as critically endangered, meaning the protection of every individual is critical to their species' survival. So, Ol Pejeta's caregivers have settled Baraka into a 100-acre endangered animal enclosure, where he receives 24/7 security, protection and care. I'm meeting up with caregiver Zach to find out more.
Hi Zach, I'm
Welcome to Ol
Scott.
Pejeta.
Thank you so much.
So, and here is Baraka, our black blind rhino, and I'm going to introduce you to him right now.
Thank you
so
very
let's go
much.
and meet Baraka.
Wow.
So you have something for feeding. You hold it across and feed a little bit higher. He's a black rhino. Flat from high level like that. Hold it across.
So yours.
And look at the shape of this mouth, sort of a triangular shape.
Yeah,
That
almost
is
like a beak, isn't it?
Yes, that's how you can tell it's a black rhino. So the pointed mouth enables themselves to feed on branches of trees and leaves.
I see.
Yeah.
And they're quite a bit smaller than their
Yeah,
white cousins, aren't they?
Yeah, black rhino weigh around 1.5 tons and white rhino weigh double the size.
Right.
Yes.
Now, you said that he was blind. I can see that he's actually missing his eye on this side. And this side, it actually looks like he's got a cataract. Is that right?
Yes, Baraka is totally blind, and he wasn't born blind. He was born okay out in the wild, but he later had a fight in the wild with another male rhino. And one eye was totally pulled out as a result from fight. Later, he developed cataract, and we tried to do operation, but it didn't work. So because he's a male rhino, he could not survive in the wild, so we had to bring him here for safety reasons. But he is doing great and well looked after.
So being that he's a very special boy, the first to be born naturally in the wild, this guy, when he was injured, that must have been really upsetting to hear that news.
Yeah, it's really upsetting because normally we don't keep animals in a captive area. We need them to be wild. So it was really such a sad news to find Baraka that he was blind and we didn't want to lose him. And we had to intervene and had to bring him over here. But luckily he survived and we're still taking great care of him.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he seems very happy.
Yeah, he's happy.
And he certainly seems to like a little bit of a behind the ear tickle.
Yeah, the weak point of making a rhino calm down is by stroking behind the ears, under the belly. You can continue stroking like that and he can finally slip down like a cat, like a dog at home. Yeah. And they feel the sense that you take care of him. Yeah.
Oh, well, he is amazing. What an absolute superstar you are. Other black rhino weren't Baraka's only threat in the wild. Poaching still poses a serious risk to local animal welfare. However, it's not just the incredible team of human conservationists leading the fight against poaching. Our canine companions are also lending a life-saving paw to the protection of rhinos.
Nice to meet you. I'm Scott.
I'm David.
Hi, David. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Hi. David Mayer heads up an anti-poaching canine unit here at Ol Pejeta.
I've been missing my dog massively, so I'm looking forward to hanging out with yours.
And it's the specifically trained dogs that play an important role in the conservation of rhinos.
We have bloodhounds, then we have a Springer Spaniel.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so the work of the Springer Spaniel is to find ammunitions. It can do guns, bombs, and narcotic. We use the bloodhound to follow the poachers. Our dogs, we start training them when they are 2 months old until they are 15 months old. When they are 15 months old, we take them to the Canine Academy in Langata.
The dog basically goes to university. Gets
Yeah.
a diploma.
Yes, that's
Nice.
a certificate,
Do
yeah.
they get the nice hat that goes with it?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
perfect.
do. Yeah,
Oh,
they
amazing,
do.
amazing.
They also do ceremony when they pass out.
They don't.
Do,
I
yeah.
love it. I love it. They
Yeah.
get a ceremony. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
they
Well, they
do.
deserve it. They do
Yes.
important work.
Doggy diplomas in wildlife protection? That's a new one for me, but I love to see it.
Puppies. Hello, puppies.
Right, let's go meet some of the tail-wagging team.
So welcome. So
Hi.
yeah.
Hi, babies. How are you? You guys are so clever. Are you catching those poachers, are you? So what's this one's name?
So here we have Sarah and Kina.
These dogs just love a job, don't
Yeah,
they?
they
They
do.
really
They do.
do. And
They do.
once they've got that nose engaged,
Yeah.
that's their happy place, really, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's the happiness. The happiness is to get that scent. They can sniff once, then they can follow that path. So we can go in.
Great.
We go and pet our dogs.
Oh, yes, please.
So don't be afraid.
I'm not
They are
afraid at all.
friendly,
I'm
yeah.
really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Sarah and Kina are bloodhounds, a breed known for their keen sense of smell and unrivaled tracking abilities. But despite their incredible credentials, it seems these two are just happy to see me.
Oh, my God. Hello. Have you been saving rhinos? Have you? It's lovely to see how close the relationship is between you and these dogs. That's quite important for the job you do.
Yeah, you have to have good, bold relationship with your dog. If you don't have, it will be difficult for you to perform with that dog. So you need to love that dog so that he can do a good job for you.
Right, I'll take this one. Yes, thank you. I'll take this one.
You take
Yeah.
Kina. She's called Kina.
Alongside bloodhounds Sarah and Kina, there's a Springer Spaniel, Drum, only a few kennels down. He's one of the only dogs in the whole of Kenya capable of detecting weapons, ammunition, and ivory.
Hello. Oh no. Got the collar of shame on.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah, so what happened there?
He fight with Diego.
Oh dear.
So they are fighting for the alpha. So in dogs we have hierarchy. So we have the alpha and we have the omega.
Right.
The alpha is the leading dog here. The boss. The omega is the female dog that give birth. So Drum want to be alpha, but Diego is the alpha. So they
Yes.
fight. Then
He's got a little bite, has he?
he got a little bite from Diego.
Which of the dogs is coming out on training with us?
You can choose any of the bloodhounds. We have Sarah and Kina.
Well, Kina and I were getting on very well, so I wonder if I should take her out to
It's
have a run.
okay. Yeah, we will take Kina.
So right now I'm going to be part of the anti-poaching team for the day, which is just so exciting because these dogs do such important work. It's all about chasing a scent, finding that poacher and catching them before they get a chance to harm this local wildlife. So they do a really, really important job, and I hope I don't let them down. I think I might be the weaker part of the team.
David and I are heading into the savannah to meet up with the anti-poaching team for today's demonstration, where I'll see just how efficient these dogs are in tracking and locating potential poachers.
Hi, can I shake your hand with those
you
big
can
weapons in
shake
your
hands
hands?
with
Hello,
them.
I'm Scott. How are you?
Yeah, I'm Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. How are you?
John.
Hi, John. Nice to meet you. I mean, you're all very friendly, except for the big guns. But I'm glad you've got them because the poachers better watch out because you're not messing around, are you, lads? So, how's this going to work then?
So when we lay tracks or when we follow poachers, you have to have escorts. So you have like 10 people behind you. So in case they shoot at the dog, in case they shoot at the ranger, then we can react from there. One person will go and hide, then 2 armed people with the handler will follow the dog.
In this sort of area, there's going to be so many different scents of loads of different animals and wildlife. So how do you train Kina to know that she's sniffing out John and not a wildebeest?
We collect the footprint of the person. From the footprint of the person, we lose dead skin of our body. So when a poacher kills an animal here, he tremors a lot. Then when he walks, he removes a lot of hormones to the ground. It will stick on the grass. That's why
So
the
you
dog
start
will
off
follow.
finding, so you find the footprints.
Yeah, we collect
then,
it.
Then the dog finds the scent from that.
Yes,
And then they're off.
then off.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Which one of you guys is going to be poacher today?
He's called John Mamba. John will be
John's
the
the
poacher.
naughty boy today.
Yeah, he's the naughty boy today.
Right.
He will be the poacher.
While John heads out into the acacia fields to find a place to hide, David is keen to show me how scents left behind by footprints will help us capture our culprit.
This is the footprint
Yes.
of John. Yeah.
Right.
When we collect that scent, we place in this glass jar.
So you're just going to swab the area.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary though that someone wearing clothes, just
Yeah.
standing there for a moment, can drop enough
Yeah.
to be able to be picked up by Kina.
Yeah. Anytime you stand, you are dropping 300 million.
300 million.
300 million cent
I'm
to
so
cent.
sorry, I've made such a mess.
Yeah, you are
amazing.
dropping. You can run, but you can never hide.
And we're about to put that to the test.
So you do
David
this
collects the scent from
scent
John's
magnet
footprint,
object.
and then it's time to let Kina do her thing.
So from here, I have a harness. When I put on, she knows it's time to work.
A lot of dogs that have jobs
Yeah.
have this sort of harness system that kind of just sharpens the mind, doesn't it? It
Yeah.
just reminds them that they've
Yeah,
got a job
just
to do.
yeah.
Harness on, and Kina's ready to work. She's presented with John's scent and immediately starts tracking.
Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
Her 300 million highly sensitive scent receptors have kicked in, and she's hot on his trail.
Good girl.
And within literal minutes, she's found our would-be poacher.
Oh wow, she's got him. Look at that. Wow. Wow, she was so impressive. She didn't pause.
Yeah.
She didn't pause or stop once. She just knew exactly where she was going. She followed her nose the whole way.
Yeah.
She was pulling you at speed. There was no deviation of going this way or that way.
Yeah.
So impressive.
Yeah.
These dogs, before you had them, how much poaching went on in this conservancy?
It was hell here before we had this canine and the anti-poaching unit. It was almost every month we lose like 4 to 5 rhino
Every month.
every month.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
but now since 2016 up to now, we haven't lost any rhino. Yeah.
Thank God for Kina and her friends.
Yeah, they're
That's amazing. And
Yeah.
for your great work. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for what you're doing. This is incredible.
welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As much as I love Kina and as much as I dislike
Yeah.
poachers,
Yeah.
I was just wondering if maybe if I went and hid, if she
Yeah.
could sniff out a vet.
Yeah, we can try.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's give it a go.
I'm off to hide in order to put Kina's nose to the test on this over-enthusiastic blonde Aussie, and I have no doubt she'll find me in record time.
We are going to follow Scott. He has gone to hide. So please come with the dog. Scott has left his eyeglasses here.
David presents Kina with my scent, which she's picked up from my sunglasses.
Kina! Kina! Kina!
And just like before, there's no hesitation as she locks onto my scent and heads straight in my direction. I've tried to make it difficult by not walking in a straight line, but literally, I cannot throw her off my scent. Unsurprisingly, it's not long before she's found me. No one stands a chance against that nose.
Hello.
Good God.
You got me. You got me. Well done. Good girl. So impressive.
Yeah.
You must be so proud of her when she does her job so well.
Yeah, very impressive.
Well done. Good job to you and to you and the team.
Thank you.
Keeping Kenya's wildlife safe.
Yeah.
That was absolutely incredible. So impressive, the work that the team, but particularly Kina, is doing. That very keen nose of hers found me so quickly. It was embarrassing. But it just goes to show how highly tuned their nose is to this kind of work and how effective it's been in stopping poaching altogether in this conservancy.
The current state of rhinos hangs in the balance, with 3 of the 5 species classified as critically endangered. I'm meeting back up with Zach and his vet team before being introduced to arguably 2 of the most special rhinos in the world.
Thank you so much for having me. This is just such a privilege. I've always loved rhinos ever since I was a little boy, and the thought that I'm now going to see the last 2, hopefully not the last 2, depending upon the great work of the vets, northern white rhino is just such an honor. Thank you so much for having me.
You're most welcome.
Najin and Fatu are the last 2 surviving female northern white rhinos on the planet. The poaching crisis of the 1970s and 80s, fueled by the demand for rhino horn in traditional Chinese medicine and dagger handles in Yemen, wiped out the northern white rhino populations across Africa. In 2018, Sudan, the last surviving male, died of natural causes, effectively rendering the species as functionally extinct.
How are the girls doing?
Yeah, the girls are really doing great. Right now they're out in the field doing all natural things. They have learned to become more wild and they are feeding, and they've been trained by a southern white rhino as a friend, a trainer, and they are getting all along well. So they're all fine.
So they are the only 2 left on the entire planet.
Yeah, they're the last 2 northern white rhinos in the whole entire planet. And both of the 2, they're all girls, it's mom and daughter, meaning that they have no chance to make babies anymore.
No.
But as we are looking forward, we are hoping that we might save them through in vitro fertilization. That is the only option we can do. But naturally they can't, because we have lost all the males of their kind.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredibly sad, but it's great to know that there's just a little glimmer of hope that they might be able to be brought back.
Yeah, we still have a great hope for that, and we are looking forward for the best.
In vitro fertilization, or IVF, is the only way to ensure the survival of the northern white rhino species. Zach and his team have been looking into this and have come up with some incredible plans to prevent the species from going extinct.
In 2009, we received 4 northern white rhinos all the way from Czech Republic. They were 2 males and 2 females, and they were the best candidate by that time that they could still breed naturally out in the wild. And that's why all the 4 were being selected and brought to Ol Pejeta. And they tried to mate, but unfortunately they did not succeed or manage to have babies, and we have tend to lost all the northern males, whereby we are only left with only 2 girls, meaning that they have no possibility of making babies anymore. But luckily enough, we were able to extract semen from Sunni and Sudan, and not only the semen from the 2, there was other semen which was collected in the zoo in Czech Republic and in San Diego Zoo. So we have been using the frozen semen to fertilize the eggs. And currently we have 35 embryos of northern white rhino, which has been successfully created.
That is just
the next
so
step
exciting.
awaited is to implant those embryos, and we don't take any risk by using the 2 of the remaining. We don't take any risk, and we are using the southern white rhino females as potential surrogate mothers, and that's where we are now.
So you're literally on the precipice
Yes.
of implanting.
Yeah, we are very close to that
embryo.
point. Yeah. In case we conduct all this science and we are successful, we need to be patient. We are going to wait for long, just 16 months. The bigger, the larger the size, you take long gestation period.
So what are some of the reasons that have caused the northern white rhino to be almost on the brink of extinction?
Yeah, natively, these northern white rhinos, they were native to northern part of Africa, like Congo, Sudan, Chad, and western part of Uganda. And in those countries, there was a lot of political issues, and poachers take advantage of the war, and they wiped out nearly to the extinction of these northern white rhinos. And mostly rhinos, they are being killed for the 2 horns, nothing else. They are not being killed for bushmeat or skin and hide, but just only the 2 horns. And sincerely speaking, rhino horn is just keratin, and there is no any medicinal belief that people are using as medicine. Nothing like that. It's just keratin like our fingernails.
I know keratin is just like me chewing my own fingernails, and it has no medicinal properties, does it?
It's a myth. Rhino horn has never been scientifically proven that it contains any medicinal values because it's the same material like human hair, human fingernails, so it doesn't cure anyone at all. Yeah. It's just a myth. Yeah.
Very dangerous myth that's led to these animals nearly being wiped off the planet.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go and see them. Let's take a walk and we drive in, we see them.
Amazing.
Yep.
I've never been more excited to see two animals as I am right now. We're heading deep into the conservancy where Najin and Fatu are located. And when we finally see them,
she's come to say hi to you.
it's truly breathtaking.
She'll come to the street.
To be this close to an animal that is on the edge of extinction is unlike anything I've ever experienced before. Once Zach signals it's safe, I leave the Jeep to get up close and personal with these two majestic mammals.
Literally, I've got goosebumps. I've literally got goosebumps right now.
Okay, you're welcome. And this is my lovely girl. This is Najin. The only soft part is just under the belly here.
Najin is the older of the two and mother to Fatu. At 36 years old, she's retired from breeding due to health and age. However, her eggs were used to create embryos with sperm from deceased males, which are intended for implantation into southern white rhino surrogates.
I cannot tell you, as a lifelong animal lover, someone who always sought the company of animals over people, like, I've got tears in my eyes. This is magical. This is everything that I've ever loved, I've ever been passionate about. It's always been animals. This is everything I've ever wanted.
I'm finding this experience overwhelming, as on one hand, it's a massive privilege to meet the last two surviving white rhinos on the earth. But on the other, I feel a deep sense of sadness that human poaching has led to the potential for this species to go extinct forever.
We do preserve this for the future coming generation, not for ourselves, but for the future coming generation. You see, it doesn't make any sense when you're telling a story about something which is totally gone. But at least if you feel like this, you use as ambassadors for telling more stories and saving different creatures, not only for rhinos, but other several species.
For sure.
Yeah.
But if it turns out that one of the southern white rhino surrogates becomes pregnant, I think that you might be the most proud rhino grandfather there ever existed.
Yes, and it's going to be a world celebration. I'll be celebrating, my team will be celebrating, and everyone worldwide will join us to celebrate the wonderful news.
Meeting Najin and Fatu has been life-changing, and the experience has reignited my passion for wildlife conservation. Before I leave the Ol Pejeta Conservancy, I'm stopping off somewhere special where I can gather my thoughts and reflect on everything I've seen. This is the Ol Pejeta Rhino Cemetery, a memorial that honors the lives of rhinoceroses killed by poachers, a place of both beauty and sadness, featuring 16 gravestones in 2 neat rows beneath a solitary acacia tree. It's been such an emotional day today. To be able to get up close and actually touch the last 2 northern white rhino on the planet has been just amazing. And then to almost be plummeted into the depths of despair when you look at this graveyard and see all of these wonderful, majestic animals that were cut down in their prime by poachers. And for what? For a bit of keratin that does absolutely nothing but lead to the death of these incredible animals. Alongside them, the last 2 northern white rhino males lie buried here. So it just, I suppose, breaks your heart when you know that poaching has led to the population demise of incredible creatures all over the world, rhinos being so badly affected for so many years, and the northern white rhino nearly have come to an end.
Africa has been such a revelation. It is everything I expected and more. The wildlife, the people, and now a dog. Just goes to show that it is still, they're working so hard to try and protect the animals that we all care about. And it just means so much to be here.